Oh, yes. Okay, so I got to make sure I'm in the same conda environment. And what was my conda environment called? Rasa install is what my conda environment is called. So let's make sure we're actually using the right environment. Okay, excellent. The stream's back up. It was Rasa install, right? Switch the kernel. No. Rasa install Python 3. Which one was it? Rasa install. Okay. Oh, sorry. That's not right. That's not what I'm looking for. All right. Let's give that a shot again, I guess. Rasa install python.exe. Install Rasa. Rasa install conda. Rachel, have you installed Rasa a lot on this computer? Yeah. Yes, I have. Now, are you sure about that? So, terminal, yes. Jupyter, no. Mysterious. I guess we can just, because we're Python 3 conda. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, no, I'm definitely in Rasa install conda, yes. What if we just real quick close this and open it again, huh? Maybe that'll work. So I'm a little bit confused right now because we are Rasa install, yes. So we're in the correct conda environment. And this is installed in the conda environment, and yet it's not working. So I'm going to do this the dumb way. Reverse geocode. Dankeschön, and just get rid of this cell. Because it should already be installed in the conda environment. Not entirely sure why it is, why it is not, and not delighted by it also. All right, so I think what we're probably going to get done with today is removing points from outside the US, hopefully. So reverse geocode, let me pull up the docs again. Okay, so coordinates. Let's also do that. So I guess the first thing we should probably do is actually read in the data, and let's do that one cell above. And I will eventually move all my imports to the top. But while I'm working, I like to keep the imports close to my code. So if I delete the code that replies on an import, I can also delete the import just right away and not have to wait for the linter. And it also helps me keep things a little bit more organized in my brain while I'm working. Read underscore CSV, and then it should be called dialect data correct CSV. That's the one. And then we should be able to do data.head just to check out the top little bit and see what it looks like. User ID Q4. Excellent, excellent. Looks good. Okay, so what I want to do now, I'm going to remove this as well. What I want to do now is chords equals data dot, it's latitude and then longitude, right? Guess we'll find out. How do you put things into a tuple? Create tuple Python. Oh, okay. Oh, that didn't work, huh? Data frame has no attribute long. Is it just LNG? Is there no O? Sure is. All right, and now we should be able to, so if we check out coordinates real quick, you should see that it's just like two numbers. Yeah, the latitude and longitude, hopefully. And then I should be able to do reverse geocode search. And this should give me a location. Car map codec can't detect byte. Car map refers to character map. All right, we got an encoding error. Search your closest home location to the geocode data. Get instances. Instances CLS. Coordinates, self-extraction. Latitude, longitude, country code, city, incremental data, code, codex map, decode, stream writer, codec, stream writer, self errors. Car map codec can't decode byte 0.4 position. Okay, so this type of error usually means something is up with character encoding. Which is a little surprising. Because we should have just these guys here. Looks like they're just numbers. So there's no exciting characters in there, which is a little frustrating. Maybe it expects it to be ASCII. All right, let's give that a shot. So when I'm reading my data here, I'm going to read it in with the ASCII codec, which is absolutely going to generate some errors because I have some IPA in there. IPA is the International Phonetic Alphabet, and it's got some symbols that are not ASCII. Also, I would prefer not to convert things to ASCII, but I'm guessing that might fix this problem. In general, you want to use UTF-8. I have a whole talk about it from Pi Cascades a couple years ago. What am I looking for? Pandas read CSV convert to ASCII. All that reading about things in when they are ASCII. I guess. Oh, excuse me. I can do it just in Python. I can convert the whole thing to ASCII, I guess. Convert UTF-8 to ASCII. Convert UTF-8 to ASCII. Decode. Running into the problem with car map decode. All right, so it is. Let's try just like just doing the coordinates, see where that gets us. Tuple object has no object in code. I gotta use a lambda here, huh? What are they called? They're called something special. I think they're just called lambdas. Shane John Paul says maybe it expects a list of tuples. Yeah, give that a shot. So to make it a list, we would put it in like so. Or is that a dictionary? CarMap codec can't detect CarMap 0. Okay, same error. Does it have a decimal place restriction? It should not, because... Oh, you mean like number of decimal places? That's very possible. So this is from the docs, and it looks like it's to 2 decimal places. So let's see if we can get it to... yeah, let's round it down to 2 decimal places. Give that a shot. Good suggestion, aggregate error. Python round to 2 decimal places. And maybe I can do it to the whole thing. It is round, comma, 2. Let's get rid of these. Let's just keep it as a tuple. Again, that's what they're doing in the docs. So I just want to follow the docs example as close as possible. Yeah, okay. So Python apply function to every item in tuple. Oh, there's actually a pandas way to do this. All right. So it is data.apply round all right, blah blah blah, row or column applied to each column. I want it by columns. Yes. Oh, it doesn't matter super much. Args equal 2. I don't think this is gonna work. Round argument after star must be iterable, not int. Round argument after star must be iterable, not int. All right. Does it need to be a list? Float object has no attribute r int. The above exception. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this the dumb way first, just to see if it works, rather than trying to figure it out. So we're just gonna round it right here, which should work. So round to 2 decimal places. I just want the 1. Thank you kindly. Round to 2 decimal places again, and let's see if we still get the same error. No sense trying to fix it for everything. So, and then just like quickly check coords to make sure that we are getting what we think we're getting. Yeah, okay, so that looks better. So now we've rounded it down. Shane John Paul says, I tried the same example from a first geocode and it got the same error, the example from the docs. I suppose it is possible that this library that hasn't been updated in a good couple years is in fact out of date. Where's geocode? Let me just real quickly check. Reverse geocoder. Let me just quickly check the GitHub and see if anyone has filed any issues about this. Fork error message 16 days ago. Moral fails. Is this one? A usage example. Invalid argument. Doesn't seem like that's the same problem we're getting. let's see, runtime, file format, distributions, Conda Forge, wrong, subprocess, wrong results, degrees rather than radians, test does not run. All right, so the last issue opened was 16 days ago. The last issue closed was in 2017. All right, that was actually right after I got my PhD and finished my program. We may not be able to use this library. That's a pity. That's a real pity. Let's see. And there's a Towards Data Science article. It's a little bit more recent. So let's check this out. See if they have another example. GeoPy geocoders. So this gonna be a problem. So if you remember from last week, if you were here, one thing I mentioned was that I really wanted to keep things on device so I didn't have to have another dependency to another service. And I know for a fact the Google Maps API doesn't have a free tier anymore, or at least doesn't last time I checked. I think all of these are kind of paid and limited. OpenStreetMap, it looks like, is open though. So here's the thing, I'd really prefer to do this on device because I'm gonna have to do 45,000, right? Plus or minus 47,000, I think, to figure out the location so I can move the ones that are not inside the United States. So that's gonna be an issue, and I don't wanna it's not that many requests, but for a free open service, that's a little rude. I guess I could pay for something. Shane John Paul says there's another library called Reverse Geocoder with an R that seems to work. Oh, I'm using the... Oh my god, thank you. This one is only supported for Python 2. We talked about this too. Oh no. It's not supported for Python 3. Of course I'm gonna have problems. Jiminy Cricket. All right. All right, so wait, is this the one I installed? Nope, I hadn't. So let's just really quick. Thank you. Aggregate error, I would not have noticed. Sorry, Shane John Paul. Thank you, Shane John Paul. I would not have noticed. Successfully installed. Fantastic. Love to hear it. All right, and then I believe, let's see, RG, and then same usage, rg.search. Fantastic. All right, problem solved. Thank you so much. Aggregate error says, hard to debug things when all the code is wrong, I guess. True. That is a true statement. Okay, so, good. That's really good. And this is on device. As you noticed, it took a tiny little bit. So I think what we're going to do next time is we're going to spend... Aggregate error says, you're the first person on Twitch to say my name correctly. Oh, thank you. I feel like I'm usually pretty bad with names, so I appreciate that. Are people saying a great error? All right. Yeah. Yeah, it works. Fantastic. So I think the next thing I'm going to do, get rid of this. We didn't even need to round. Actually, it's a good question. Do we need a round? It'll make my life easier if I don't have to. So what we're going to need to do next time is spend some time applying this to everybody and get rid of all of the data that's outside of it. Oh, interesting. So removing that actually makes it, oh, one sec. I was going to say removing that actually makes it a little bit quicker, but I think that it's very possible that it's just caching. Yeah. Pittsfield, Massachusetts, Berkshire County. Yeah. Yeah, this is fantastic. Next time, let me give myself a little to-do. Filter points based on whether or not they're in the US. So the first time we did this, so this Wednesday, I made a little, what would you call it? A map. I plotted all the points on an XY plane just like flat as if they were not representations of points on a sphere. And I noticed that there was a lot of noise. There's lots of things that are like way out there, which is not going to be great for K nearest neighbors because, again, we might see like, you're from the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. Good job. Which would not be a meaningful result. So we're going to kick off with that next week, and that'll probably be next Friday. Next Wednesday, we're having our team off-site. On-site. I'm going to be sitting in this chair, but I'm not going to be talking to you. I'm going to be talking to my teammates, and it'll be great. I'm really looking forward to that. We might change the time. I don't know. I feel like we have some momentum. And then once the classifier is done, all we have to do is take the classifier, plug it into our existing assistant, and then it'll be good to go. We worked a little bit with trying to get Kubernetes set up, and I struggled a lot. But I'm learning more about Kubernetes, and so next time it's going to be better, hopefully. And we can get our assistant set up using Rasa X, and people can actually talk to it, which would be fantastic. I'm really excited for people to take this quiz I've been working on for like 6 months. Purna says, do you want to give some homework, the results of which you can broadcast in your next session? Yeah, absolutely, if y'all want to do something. The big problem is I don't have permission to share this data, so I can't be like, here's the data set, please clean for me, which would be great. But actually, if someone had a Python example of suitability modeling, I think this really genuinely could be a good approach here. I just don't know enough about it. So if you can find me an example of suitability modeling in Python, that would be fantastic. Aggregate Era says, tweet Ian Coldwater. Does he do a lot of GIS? I don't think of that as sort of like his main area, but maybe. Oh, about the Kubernetes stuff. Yeah, I might. If I keep struggling, I'll ask for help. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining today. I gotta log off so I can film the next NLP for developers, which should go up on Monday, assuming nothing catastrophic happens today. Knock on wood. And I will be back next Friday for my live stream, and I will see you then. Thanks so much for joining today. Bye.